So I just finished my freshman year of college, and when I tell y'all, when I was in high school, like I was dead set on never going to college. Like I even told my mom's like my 10th or 11th grade year when she asked me. I wasn't like a really like rebellious kid or like misbehaved or nothing, but I hated school, bro. Elementary school was cool. Middle school, got a little rocky, you know what I'm saying? In high school, but I just did not like school, man. It wasn't like I was bad in school. Like I didn't have any behavioral issues. I never failed a class or anything. I was maybe like a B, C average student. I didn't like the education system overall because honestly, they set you up for failure. It's like 12 years of school, bro. You go to school from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade, and it's like every year is decided for you. Like after first grade, you go into second grade. After fifth grade, you go into sixth grade. After ninth grade, you go into seventh grade. After 12th grade, you get to choose. Like you get to do whatever you want to do. And I looked around at the world, and there was no job that I saw any person doing that I told myself that I would like do that for the rest of my life. Like I didn't want to be no doctor. I didn't want to be no lawyer. I didn't want to be no engineer. Like I didn't want to be these things, bro. So it was like, what am I going to college for? I don't want a degree, and I didn't like the education system, and I gotta pay thousands of dollars to go, and I'm gonna be broke while I'm there. Like hell, like bro, I don't want to go to college. Never really applied myself in school. When I tell y'all, I never studied. And also homework, I never studied or did homework. There was no way you was finna make me work all day in school, give me some homework to do when I get home, and bring it back the next day. Like that was a no-no. Imagine I worked in a chicken joint, like a Popeyes or something, and my boss give me 100 pieces of fried chicken to go fry when I get home and bring it back the next day. Like I'm not finna do that. Like who in their right mind finna do that? Not me. This was just how my mindset was growing up when I was in school, man. So when I tell y'all, I was against school, and when the thoughts of college it just never came to my mind. When the summer started and I graduated high school, I decided to go. Well, I technically didn't decide to go. I kind of left it up to fate. I applied to one school. I didn't go on no college visits. I didn't apply for no scholarships. I didn't really do none of the stuff that they tell us to do when we was in high school to get ready for college. Like I didn't really do none of that stuff. I applied to one school on like the last couple of weeks before their deadline, and I told myself like, okay, if I get accepted into this school, then I'm gonna go to college. If I don't, then it ain't for me. And of course, I got accepted into this school. I finished high school with like a 2.8, 2.9 GPA, nothing crazy, bro. And I just finished my freshman year, so. But honestly, what made me want to go was I was chilling over the summer, and I didn't really have much direction. I was doing YouTube at the time. Like I was doing YouTube. This is my second YouTube channel for those of y'all who don't know, but my first YouTube channel, I was grinding for a really long time, and I got it monetized my senior year of high school, so I could finally make money off that channel. But when I tried to monetize my channel, I was 17 years old, not knowing the terms and conditions of YouTube. I didn't know you had to be 18 plus to get money on YouTube, man. So they demonetized me, and it kind of left me stuck. It was like, wow. And I felt like it might be better to be stuck and be in college than to like be stuck and not be in college. That's what made me go. The good thing about college was definitely the connections you make and the freedom, bro. When you get to college, you get the biggest wave of freedom that you've never felt before, bro. It's like you don't have to wake up one morning and call your mom and say, hey mom, it's a party tonight, can I go? Like, nah, you can just go. Imagine you're living in a building, right? You're living in a big old apartment complex with a bunch of people that's around your age. You don't have to pay rent because you paid everything else up front. Everybody in that apartment complex is broke, and everybody in that apartment complex also doesn't really have friends for real because nobody knows each other in that apartment complex. So it's kind of like an open network to where you can just meet and be cool with anybody you come across. On top of that, within this apartment complex, every week or so there's big events that happen down the street from this apartment complex that everybody goes to. So there's a bunch of opportunities for you to connect with these people in this complex, and all of y'all eat in the same restaurant called the cafeteria. So every single day, the same people that live in that apartment complex with you all go to that same location. And also y'all all sleep in the same building, and y'all live there and wake up bright and early and see the same places every day. It's like, that's what college is like. And I explained it like that to say this, like you will never experience an experience like that unless you go to college. College is the only place you can go to where you can like experience that, where you will be living in a big old building that everybody is around the same age. Y'all are all eating together. Y'all all go to parties together. Y'all all live together. Y'all all learn together. That's college. You won't experience that nowhere else. I mean, I guess if you go to the military, like, you know, you got training camps, and I don't know anything about the military, but you know, y'all train together. So that was the fun part, man. That was the fun part about college. There is a bad part about college though, man. The bad part about college is when you first get there, most likely you're not gonna know what you want to do. That's how I was. Like, you're not gonna know what major to pick up. I chose film as my first major only because I did YouTube, bro. But in reality, I didn't really have not much interest in film. You don't really know what you want to do with your future. Nobody else really knows what to do with their future. So it's like you've paid thousands of dollars to go here and take all of these classes and to get this degree that at the moment you're at right now, you don't really know what you want to do, or if you even want that degree, or if you want to do that job like full time. You really just have no direction when you first get there. It's like you chose to be there. So it's like you might fail an assignment, you might study really hard on something and fail it, but then you have to go to your dorm and sit down and realize that you chose to be here. It's like before, when you was in school and you failed a test or you failed a quiz, it didn't matter because you were forced to be there. Like, your parents made you go. You have to go by law. In college, it's like you paid them thousands of dollars. You applied to the school. You chose to be here. So you have nobody to blame but yourself if you fail. And at the same time, you don't really know what you want to do. So it's like, that's when you get met at a crossroads, bro. And it happens or towards the end of your first semester. Do you drop out or do you stay? Everyone gets met with that crossroad. I don't care. Unless you was just a bookhead, bro, and you never had any academic trouble, everybody gets hit with the crossroads of if they should drop out or if they should stay their freshman year, bro. I chose to stay, but I definitely had that conversation with myself. Like, do I even want to be here, bro? I don't like school. I don't know what I want to do, and I'm failing, and I'm paying all this money. My parents are paying all this money to be here. Should I even go? Should I just drop out and just figure something else out? I got met at that crossroads too. When you meet that crossroads, bro, honestly, you just got to do what's best for you. I chose to stay, but I'm not going to encourage you to stay because honestly, college isn't for everybody. And I think people should realize that, if college isn't for you, you don't have to go. So if you get met with that crossroads and you think you should drop out, do it. If college is where you should be, you will come back one day. And I know that because I have met a bunch of older people on campus that dropped out of school and decided to come back 10 years later, 5 years later. It was hard, but they still came back. Now, where do I stand now about college? Now that I finished my freshman year, where do I stand? I learned a lot about myself, bro. I learned more about myself than I did in them classes. I received a lot of opportunities that I wouldn't have received if I didn't go to college. I found a passion. I found something that I really want to do. I'm majoring in education, so I'm studying to be a teacher. I want to be a middle school teacher. So do I regret going? No. Do I think you should go? That's such a tough question, bro. Because the truth is that college isn't the only route to life. I was against college. I went anyway and I had a good experience. If you thinking about going or you don't know if you want to go, bro, just take some time, bro. Pray about it. Talk to yourself. Figure out what you want out of life. Think of the things that you want to accomplish, what you want your life to look like, and then see if college kind of aligns with that. And if you don't go to college, then what will you do? Kind of where I was at. It was okay, if I don't go to college, then what will I do? If I didn't go to college, I would be grinding YouTube. But my YouTube channel, like I told y'all before, got demonetized. So since that happened, it was okay, what do I do now? I didn't know, so I said, I'm gonna go to college because I didn't want to go to the military. I mean, working a job is fine, but I didn't want to work no fast food or no retail job. So it was college might be the vibe. I might just have to go, and I went. If I could go back in time and talk to my high school self, bro, I wouldn't have told him nothing. In the future, in 5 to 10 years from now, when I'm very successful, financially free, and I'm rich, and I've blown up this YouTube channel, and I've just done, everything that I wanted to do within this time period, and I could talk to myself in high school, I wouldn't tell him nothing. Because he was a very curious dude, bro. He asked a lot of questions, and I know if I was sitting in front of him, he would have asked me every single thing, and I would have told him nothing. Don't let nobody tell you that college is a scam. Don't let nobody tell you that you shouldn't go to college, and don't let nobody tell you you should go to college. Don't let nobody pressure you into going, and don't let nobody tell you you shouldn't go. Decide within yourself if college is where you should be, and make sure it's your decision. Do not let your parents pressure you into going. You feel me? At the end of the day, you gotta live with you. When the lights go out and you go to bed at night, it's just you in there. Your parents, they support you, and they just want the best for you. So when parents try to pressure their kids into going to college, it's because number one, parents want their kids to experience things that they never got to experience. Especially from their generation, it was if you wanted to get a great job and have a great life, be able to provide for your family, you got to get your degree. That's kind of how it was. Decide for yourself if college is where you want to be. Anyway, my name is Kyle. Welcome back to my channel. If you've already been a subscriber, and if you're new, it's nice to meet you. I do videos, obviously, and yeah, I feel like you should subscribe if you made it to this point, because why are you even watching for this long for if you didn't enjoy the video? That's just my opinion. Now, I'm not forcing you to subscribe, but it is free. It's not gonna cost you no money. Anyway, I appreciate you guys who made it to this point of the video. I will see you guys in a couple days when I come back with another video. Can't really tell you what it's gonna be about. You're just gonna have to be here to see it. And yeah, I'll see you boys and girls in the next video, man. Peace out, gang.